peaceful grassland scene where two rangers are patrolling in the white sunny afternoon. They suddenly discovered a female leopard lying motionless on the grass, its body full of deep wounds. Looking closer, they noticed signs of a fierce battle over the carcass. Based on the scratch marks and footprints around it, they guessed it was attacked by a male leopard for food. Checking for vitals, they confirmed the female leopard was dead, leaving them shocked and heartbroken. When they gently touched the mother leopard's belly, they felt a very small movement from inside. They immediately realized that the female leopard was pregnant and very early in her pregnancy. A ranger exclaimed that if immediate intervention was not made, the fetus would die along with the mother. They looked at each other for a few seconds, almost not believing that there was even a slim chance. Finally, they decided to perform a cesarean section on the spot, racing every minute for life. Two rangers took out specialized knives from their rescue backpacks and began the surgery with meticulous operations. Sweat ran down their faces despite the cold prairie wind, for they knew they had only a few decisive minutes. After several tense minutes, they saw the tiny leopard fetus curled up. In a trembling voice, one person said that it was too small, only the size of an adult's hand. When they lifted it up, they were shocked to find that it was still breathing extremely weakly. They wrapped the cub in clean towels and ran as fast as they could to the nearest ranger station. Medical staff at the station immediately prepared incubators and life support equipment. The baby leopard was placed in the incubator, its small body trembling with every beat, almost lifeless. A nurse said that in all her years of work, she had never seen such a small leopard. People took turns staying on duty all night, ready to intervene when its breathing weakened. The next day, the cub's vital signs began to improve markedly. The doctor announced that it had passed the death's door, although it was still weak and very fragile. Every day, they use a small syringe to give it a few drops of milk, enough to keep it alive. The cub responded well, its skin was pinker and its breathing was more even, making everyone feel relieved. A month later, it was as big as a normal newborn leopard and no longer needed an incubator. The cub was taken to the animal care room where it had its own clean and warm cage. It began to learn to stand and walk with the first faltering steps in life. The rangers and nurses all treated it like the station's little baby. They recorded every moment it yawned, it ran, it grabbed the toy as if it were magic. 3 months later, it was healthy, alert and ready to move on to the next important stage. The leopard was moved into a large semi-wild area with controlled access to bush, land and live prey. The rangers took turns teaching it to walk, observe, hide and attack like a real leopard. It was clumsy at first, but over time, natural instincts began to take over. A ranger said it had a stronger will to live than any he had ever saved. Every day it gets closer to the look of a predator born to belong in the wild. When the cub is 6 months old, the ranger station begins preparing the paperwork for its release into the wild. They attached a tracking chip and gave it a general health check to make sure it was strong enough to live independently. The release date is expected to be a major milestone for the rescue team. Everyone is proud to think about the journey from being born amidst death to growing up with pride. The leopard, born from tragedy, has now become a living symbol of compassion and wild vitality.